Hello, everyone. Today I've been having a fabulous conversation with Julie Gray about enjoying the process. That it's not just about the end goal and getting somewhere. It's about enjoying the journey as you go along. Julie is an accomplished writer, editor, and book coach. So she knows how to encourage people, how to get them to develop their best writing, how to see other aspects to their writing, and she's going to share some of those wonderful ideas with us today. So thank you, Julie, for being with us.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. So my bit of wisdom to share today, what I tell my clients, whether they're writing fiction or nonfiction, creative nonfiction, is that they can get the best writing out of themselves by enjoying the process of writing it all, the art, the skill, the emotional process of writing. It's important to have goals about what you want to have happen with your book, whether that's self-published or traditional. But it's also important to be really clear about the different options for content that are out there today. You might be a great blogger. You might have a great audiobook or podcast. So don't be discouraged. Just be clear about what you're doing is pretty fun. If you're writing a creative nonfiction book, you're sharing experiences and trying to help people. If you're writing a novel, you're providing something people really love and need, which is stories to make meaning out of our lives. So if you can just really enjoy that and pour your heart into it, your writing will actually be better. So my coaching involves a lot of goal setting, but also inward reflection about why you're really writing this book so that you can be the best writer.
Right. I love that because it's not just about can I sell this or can I get significance, as you were saying earlier about this, can I become famous? It's what is my contribution? What can I take from within me and give out to the world? Because I have this talent of writing. And I love the fact that you said so many people get rejected because they're trying to write a movie script. But there's so many other ways. It's always, what else? What else is available? That's a great question.
For sure. If your novel isn't selling or your, podcast doesn't have an audience or, whatever, there's so many ways to get your stories and your content out there in the world today. So don't let on one particular avenue discourage you. Just pick the best outlet for what you have to say. Blogging or using Medium or Wattpad are all really great venues for writers. I have a group on Facebook called The Fabulists, which is hard to say, but that's a Facebook that has articles about writers and writing and opportunities. So see your writing as something that is an activity that you do, not just a goal-oriented thing, but an activity and a process, like something that you take pleasure in. And it's not always easy, but your best writing will come from that intentionality.
As I often say to my own clients, it's not the goal isn't where you want to go to, it's where you want to come from. So if you're looking for a new relationship or you're looking to write a great book, the idea is to start doing that today. Let me show up in the world as a loving, kind person if I want to attract relationships. Let me write, let me practice my writing, let me write all I can, and then maybe I will get to that end goal, but there'll be many goals along the way. Because also I think we think so often that confidence is something we have to have at the start, but confidence is something you get after practicing it again and again and again.
And it's about finding your audience. People love reading authentic stories and about emotional vulnerability and growth and even pain and sadness. I mean, we read for catharsis and to keep ourselves company. So when you share your story, you're really doing a mitzvah in many ways. You're being a voice that people can relate to. So you're doing something very important for yourself and for others. And it does take time to build the confidence, but you can find an audience if you really write from the heart. And future goals about publication or fame or whatever, those might happen. But they certainly won't happen if you don't come from that place of finding an audience and writing in a truly authentic way.
Yes, wow. That is so powerful because I think that's a message for life. The fame that sometimes or the significance that one seeks will not just come, but one has to work at being authentic and just show up as your true good self in contribution when you can.
Truly is a journey.
I
And so
love
that's
it.
what I do with my book coaching, is that I go on your journey with you and help you see the options and help you see the opportunities in your work and opportunities for people who would like to read your writing. And then if you want to have those more distinct goals of publication, et cetera, we can look at that too. But I really encourage my writers to just enjoy the process.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. And I
Thank
look
you.
forward to reading more of these books from coaches, from people who've experienced your help, because I love it. As you say, reading about other people's stories and the authentic experience. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. I really enjoyed it.